Hey everyone, Derek here from Cardero Clothing. Today we're talking about trendy versus timeless. So just a few things I want to talk about with trends is, trends are something that come in, they're there for a year, maybe 2 years, and then they go out. A lot of guys spend money on trends consistently every year, and those things just sit in your closet and you never wear them again. If you're at the back end of a trend, so for example, like the color coral, this year is the color of the year. It's like a deep, rich pink. And that is something that it comes in for a year, then goes out. So if you're buying that in the fall during the clearance, it's already gone out of style by the time January kicks around, if not even October, November. And you just wasted money on something that you're kind of out of style already. So we'd like to sit in the timeless section. So that's navies, that's grays in your suits, a brown for a seasonal, a deep green. Those are ones that we like to stick in because you're spending money on quality stuff that is going to be able to be worn for 5, 10 years, however long that suit's going to last, which we always say buy quality because it's going to help you last, it's going to last a lot longer. So the corals, the earth tone colors, those are timeless colors that are going to go out. Spend money on the things that are going to stay in. So other things that kind of came in lately are the ultra slim. So something that's a really tight fitting suit jacket and pants. It looks like, how did they even get into that? That was a trend that thankfully is going out, but it did draw attention to how a suit should fit. A lot of times guys are buying boxy suits. We like to see a nice taper in the waist and the pants kind of come down and taper into the ankle, especially for skinnier guys, that's the best look. So luckily that drew attention to that and kind of brought that back in, which is really nice, and we're a big fan of that look. We probably sell about 80% of our suits are tapered. Skinny ties, so really skinny ties have gone out, and now we're looking more of a 3 inches at the blade, so that's the widest part of the bottom of the tie. That's about where most guys are going to want to sit, up to 3.5 inches. If you're going for a power look, you're going to go a little bit bigger than that, a little bit wider tie, but make sure you're not too skinny wearing a really wide tie or too big wearing a really skinny tie. It doesn't work proportionally, it looks a little bit off. Got a couple notes over here. So the crop dress pants came in, so that's where you're seeing the ankle. There's room there, call them flood pants. That's something that I highly recommend you don't do. And if you do it and you want to follow that trend, it is going out, but make sure that there's room. If you get those pants, buy them a little long and then have them hemmed up, but leave the fabric in there. Have them leave the fabric in there. So when this trend is over, those dress pants aren't ruined. You can just kind of bring the fabric back down and have it just sit at the top of your shoe where it normally should fit. But if you want to follow that trend, go for it, but just make sure you have that extra fabric in there to let it out so those pants don't get ruined. And a lot of guys with that trend, they would wear shoes without socks. And I think 50% of the time I'd say guys are wearing socks, you just don't see them. They're kind of no-show. Usually recommend wearing socks, especially business socks with a suit that kind of come at least mid-calf, if not up to the knee. That's something that just looks better, but if you are wearing that crop look, it does look nice with the no-show, but not exactly right for a business professional setting. So if you are following that trend, maybe just keep the fabric in there. Wear no-show socks instead of no socks at all. In loafers sometimes and boat shoes you can wear no socks, but I still kind of recommend wearing no-show socks. It helps the suit or the shoes last longer because you're not sweating in them all the time and wearing them thin. So with that being said, we usually recommend going timeless colors, timeless patterns in the staple pieces like the suit, and having a few dress shirts in there. Ties, pocket squares in timeless, and then kind of filter in the lower end products like a tie, so a cheaper product, something that's not going to cost you a couple $100. If you're going to buy a coral tie or an earth tone tie or pocket square to follow those trends, just make sure that you're just buying it in the cheaper stuff so you're not having to worry about spending all this money and then it going out of season. It sits in your closet forever and you don't want to get rid of it because it costs you a lot of money. So check out our Wake Up and Go package online. That is all timeless stuff. We have 5 steps in that. So your essentials round 2, seasonal stuff in step 3, and then we've got step 4 and 5 in there as well. That kind of just rounds everything out and then adds you some overcoats, top coats, some casual stuff in there too. We're bringing the shoes in, the belts in with that as well. So check that out. Really excited about that. We're really starting to launch it. It's almost there. It's almost coming. Officially launched. We are kind of beta testing it right now, but it's coming real quick. So let me know if you guys are interested in that, but check it out on our website, carderoclothing.com, and just click the Wake Up and Go tab there. You can see a lot of our fabrics online as well, whether you want timeless, whether you want trendy. Check them out on there. Let us know what you think. And if you have any questions on trendy versus timeless, get a hold of us any way you can on social media, text message, phone call, email, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. All right, thanks for watching, guys.